Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of TGTT. Today we're doing our episodes a little bit different. Today we're on Zoom, and we have four people. That's four. So let's say hi. Of course, we have me, Suede. Who else do we have?
Hi, Suede. It's Daniela. Jamil's here too.
Okay. Yeah, do I really need to get my name out? Come on now.
Oh my goodness. That's Carol for all of you who actually need names. So basically, today we know school is ending, summer starting. School literally ends like what, next Wednesday for us, right?
Crying.
Crying. Loki. Like, I really don't care that much, Loki. I'm like, I know Daniela cares because Daniela has senior friends, but.
See, personally, like, I low-key care, but then at the same time, I'm so burned out mentally that it's like, it needs to happen. Like, I genuinely.
I agree so much. The only thing that it's just my senior friends, and then next year those friends are gonna leave, and then my sophomore year is gonna suck so much booty hole, and I already know
I'm gonna be there.
Exactly. That's why it's gonna suck so much booty.
Stop. Anyways, as we're getting into summer, a lot of people are talking about like, oh, I'm starting to work out because I want that summer body. But the thing is that summer body, like, first of all, isn't really attainable. So first of all, like, what is like the summer body mean to y'all?
I feel like skinny, big curves, like that bikini body that you can just go out anywhere and like be like, oh my god, look at her body. Like, hot girl summer? Basically, that body.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, for me, yes, but lately I've been realizing that you don't have to be like curvy and like, or like have a bikini like body, I guess. You can just feel yourself, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just feel like, put the bikini on and be like, I'm feeling myself, you know? Also, but I understand that's hard because sometimes I'd be putting the bikini on and I'm like, absolutely not. But then, I don't know, I just feel like it shouldn't be that way. It should just be like feeling yourself, you know, during the summer.
And that's like the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's like the kind of thing now where people are like have a hot girl summer, where it's like you just like love yourself or whatever, and that's like the thing that's like coming around rather than like the summer body. I've noticed that. What, you were gonna say something, Daniela?
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, but to me, I've always seen it like, like those models that, because I want to get like laser removal, and I don't need a tan, but like I know people that would be like, oh, I would get a tan and whatever for summer, and like get all ready for summer or whatever. So that's me, but like, girl, like you do you, like whatever you feel. But honestly, I'm sorry, Jamal's giving me epilepsy right now, but. Whatever you feel most comfortable in is what really your ideal summer body is, like Gara was saying. But for me, it's like, it's hard to find that. Like, what do you think, Janini?
I mean, the summer body, you just gotta be skinny and like slightly tan. That's what a lot of people say it is, and I truly believe that, I guess.
No, but when I see Jamimi, I also think of the summer body, because I'm like, okay, big curves, because that's another thing. Like, that you can fill out your bikini. That's basically the thing.
Right. I think like that, all that like imagery that you think of with the summer body. I'm going back to what Daniela said about like you see like models and things modeling these bikinis, and that's what you see, and that's what your perception of the summer body is. What the heck? Sorry, Jamila just like fell. I like can't. Anyways, but that's what your perception of the summer.
I'm sorry.
There's a Carol number 2 on screen.
Yeah, because.
Okay, anyways. But I think a lot of the perceptions we get is from the media and from those models that we think are like this is the image of what we're supposed to look like in this bathing suit. But the thing is, even like those, first of all, models like follow the craziest schedules, and also most of their like things are like photoshopped. Like there's not all of their stuff is.
No, yeah, for real. Like, you know that, well, she's not like Photoshop or whatever, but I feel like the ideal, like, summer body is the model Madeline White. I know Slady knows her because you follow her on Insta.
Yes.
But her body is, I feel like she could put on the trash bag and it'll, like, look cute. Like,
She has.
whatever.
She has
you
put on,
know?
she's worn a trash bag before, and it was actually beautiful.
Exactly. So that's, like, the ideal, but not just summer body. That's just, like, the ideal body,
Mm-hmm.
in quotation marks, that I feel like everyone
Right.
tries to achieve.
And
you
then
know?
people use summer as like that thing where it's like, oh, well, now that people are actually going to see my body, this is the time I need to be working out like this and trying to look exactly like that, because that is beautiful.
Exactly. That's what, yeah.
I also feel like since it's hot, they want to look their best, and you typically throughout the year, people would typically like wear like long pants and stuff. But like when it comes to summer, they want to look their best because they're showing off more than they typically would. So like I feel like that's really one of the main causes of it.
I mean, yes, but also I feel like since we live in Florida and it's always hot, people always be like just wearing, because it'll be summer. There was a hurricane passing by and Suede invited me to her pool party, and I went to her pool party during the hurricane. That's like Florida stuff, you know? Like I feel like we care, but like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We're just really good at hopping on trends.
Oh, okay. So for me, the thing is, I understand that, but I feel like also it's what you find attractive that you want to look like, or at least it's for me. So for me, like the type of girls I find attractive, or the type of people in general that I find attractive, definitely do not fit my body or like what I look like.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't be able to, even if I worked out like every single day and like didn't eat, or like it just wouldn't work out. So because I'm attracted to people like that, I'm gonna feel like, oh, that's attractive in general. So then I'm gonna try to look like them. But like, what we have to understand is that a lot of people find different things attractive. So like, you know, we all have different bodies and we're all attracted to different things. So I feel like once you understand someone, okay, maybe I'm not attracted, which shouldn't be, but maybe I'm not attracted to my body. I know damn right somebody else out there and like a gazillion people will like your body. You know what I mean? So
yes.
If you feel yourself and you go out and you're like, oh, I'm feeling myself, someone out there would be like, that's my thing right there. Exactly. So I'm just saying, I feel like sometimes we get so caught up on like what I find attractive and what I want to look like, or like what other people find attractive. Just feel yourself, you know what I mean? And then you'll find someone that'll be like, yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, but also I feel like since I'm not attracted to the same sex, so I find like but it also kind of relates though, because I find guys that are more fit attractive, so it's like it's kind of in the same thing. So like, oh, so if I go to the beach and whatever, and I see a guy, like, you know how you were when you were 8 years old and you were like, oh my god, the lifeguard is so hot, and you're like trying to get like the lifeguard's attention. That's like, I feel like that's like the thing with the summer body, because like if I see a guy and he's hot, like if he's fit, I'll be like, dang, like, you know. So but like all bodies matter. I love all bodies.
No, but back to what Carol was saying before is like, oh, how no matter what you do, you're never gonna be able to have that type of body. I think it's like a misconception that people are like, oh, if I just work out enough, if I just do the right diets, if I just do this and this and that, then I will be able to look just like that. But the thing is, everybody has a different body, and the likelihood is that's never going to happen. And the easier you come to reality with that, the easier it'll be. Because if you always sit here thinking, I want to look like her, but it's impossible to look like her, you're never going to be happy. And I think that also is like a lot having, like, leading into insecurities and things. Because same thing with insecurities, the media plays a really big part in it. Especially around this time where people are like trying to get fit and the people are starting to post bikini pics and things, and they all look amazing.
Oh, I feel like, okay, so I've tried to reach that body to like being like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and work out, and then I go one day and then eat McDonald's right after, and then I'm like, damn.
With my points.
So,
So with my points.
What? Anyways, so
Especially works at
like,
McDonald's.
huh?
It's because she works at McDonald's, Daniela.
Yes, Daniela, what were you?
I get it. Anyways, so like, so
God.
yeah, but I don't do that only for summer though. Like I try to have that body for like the whole year. Just like no, I just can't help it. Like I just can't live it up to the standard and stuff. Like
Mhm.
I
I don't
feel
know.
I feel like up to a certain point. Oh, were you talking, Suede? I'm sorry. Did I cut you
Oh
off?
no, you're good.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like you could, but not in it. Your body's not gonna look the way theirs looks, but you could definitely be fit in your own way. So with exercising and stuff like that, I feel like I've learned a little bit more throughout my journey, but you could be fit. It's just not gonna look the way that it looks on other people.
Mhm.
But you do start to feel better. Although I feel like exercise works better when you exercise because of your health and not because of the way your body looks. Like once you start exercising because it's fun, because you enjoy it, or because you just want to feel healthy and get energized because it does help you with a lot of other things, then you start to see change. And you start to see the change in like other things.
Mhm.
Dude, I agree so much because, like, let's say, like, because sometimes even just have y'all ever had like, well, I have Hispanic parents, and they'd be like, we'd be walking around the street, and they'd be like, wow, that girl is too skinny. Like, you can be skinny up to some point, or just, or like, oh, has she even eaten or anything? Like, and she just means like fit, quote unquote, to what the other world looks like. So it's like.
Mhm.
I feel like each and every one of each other, like each and every one of us, we determine what like really is the summer body for each other. Like not just skinny and whatever. It's more like
It's a
what's your
societal
ideal
thing.
version of skinny? Like like what skinny are you talking about? Because I could be talking about like a flat stomach and whatever, but you can just be talking about like not having, I don't know, but like stuff like that.
Yeah. I also wanted to touch. We were talking about working out. The misconception between being like ripped and being fit, because being fit just means you can exercise and it doesn't like tire you out as fast. That's what being fit is. Looking fit is something entirely different because you can be fit and not look fit at all. In the same way around, you can not be
That's
fit
me.
but look extremely fit.
A lot, but I don't look like it at all.
Mhm. I think that's also like social media has such a big impact on body image, which it's crazy, which is why I think a lot like Daniela was talking about her parents and how her parents have like a different view. But I think it's also the social media generation. And I watched this video the other day. It was like the body dysmorphia epidemic and like how everybody is just ending up hating their own bodies. And it has a lot to do with the amount of media we consume every single day and the amount of people that we see and the amount of it that just realistically isn't real.
No, yeah, but not only that, it's like I saw this thing yesterday that was like a girl was eating, right? And she was like, dang, I wish I could eat less like this girl. The other girl was like, dang, I wish I could eat more or whatever. Like, that's the same thing with social media. Social media has such a big impact on the way we see ourselves. Like, sorry. Like, hold on.
Cut this out. Dennis joking.
So I can be scrolling, but even it's so crazy because I be having friends that are bigger, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't like your body," and I'll be like, "What do you mean? Like, I don't understand." Like, or some people that hate their body, and I'll be like, "You look fine. Like, shut, like, calm down. You look great." And then they feel like that about their body, but they don't realize that other people like really don't care, or at least I don't care.
Yeah.
About like I don't pay that much close attention. So I feel like nobody else, like, but it's the same thing about everything. Like, you put more attention on things that actually nobody even cares about. So,
right. It's always your
Right.
worst critic. You always notice these things, but the things that matter so much to you don't matter at all to everybody else. And no matter how like bleak that sounds, it doesn't matter. Nothing that you do impacts somebody that much. Nothing the way you look like, nothing the way you dress, all of that is just very, very small. in comparison to everything else.
I actually learned about this in my sociology class, and they were talking about there's this thing called spotlight effect, and so you're always thinking, oh, what are other people thinking about me, and then other people are thinking, oh, what are other people thinking about me. So in reality, we're all thinking about each other. Like I'm thinking about myself, and then you're thinking about yourself. So I end up not paying attention to you, and you end up not paying attention to me, and it's just a whole thing that's in our heads. So also something that I did want to say is that like sometimes friends that are like bigger than me, I guess they're like, oh, like I'm so fat, and I'm like, oh, you're not even that fat for real. But then I look at myself in the mirror, and then I'm like, damn, I'm so fat. So it's like it doesn't make sense, you know?
So true. You were so so real, bro. Like I'd be like, dang, I need to lose some weight. Like every time me and Jamie come walking from school. Jamie come walking from school a lot, and we always talk about Publix. And you know that there's a scale in Publix,
Mm-hmm.
and I always be on that scale, and I always weigh exactly 119. Except for sometimes I weigh more, and then I get so like bad and like pissed. Like you see me.
It's awful.
Yeah, and I'm just like, cause that's heavy for me. Like even if I weigh like 124, I'm like, what the freak? What happened? Like, and then after I just keep talking.
I wish I was 115 or I was 120, bro. I wish.
Literally. Like, but to me, that's like, cause I'm not used to that, or at least, or I was, but then I've started to like cut down. So like when I get up, it's like, oh my god. But then I go home and I eat and I don't do anything about it. So it's like,
yeah.
Does it really matter that much?
I want to go back to Carol's comment. She's saying like, "Oh, I wish I was like that." But the thing is, why do we think like that? Because all we ever do in our society is compare. All we do is, oh, she's prettier. Oh, she's hotter. Oh, she weighs less than me. Oh, I'm much more ugly than she is. And that's all we ever think about. It's such a selfish mentality. Not to say like, oh, we're all so selfish, but like we are. It's such a selfish society to say that everything is always about us, you know?
I mean, but do you blame us? Because since we were born, like in the hospital, like nurse would be like, "Dang, that's an ugly baby." Like, oh, they, you know, like it's not really like, or even if let's say two girls got pregnant at the same time, they gave birth at the same time, they'll be like, "Oh, that baby's prettier or like cuter than the other baby." So it's not really like since we were born, we always get compared.
It's human nature for sure, to compare. But that doesn't mean it's right. Like in my like religion and stuff, they talk a lot about like the natural man and to like put off the natural man. And so that's like things like stealing, lying, comparing, things like that that aren't good for you, but we do them no matter what, you know? And it's like all about like putting away those things. And obviously you're not going to be able to get rid of it entirely because you're human. But it's just trying to stop that. And trying to not compare and things like that, because we've proven over and over again that it's not helpful for our mentalities.
I mean, yeah, I think that's what a lot of big like influencers are trying to do now, like Lizzo and like others. Like,
others,
you know, people be like encouraging body positivity and whatever. And I feel like the older traditional generations are like, no, like they're so like standard, like they still compare each other and whatever. But now I feel like our generation has gotten worse in some aspects and better in the others. Like some of us actually feel comfortable in our body and are learning to like be safe in it, you know. But at the same time, like it's hard for like mostly like I feel like mostly like teenage girls and like girls still in school that are going mostly through it. But I feel like the older you go, the more like used to and like comfortable you are in your body.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's like at times, like sometimes I'm like, I don't mind it. I kind of like the way I look, and then sometimes I'm like, damn, like I'm really not having it right now, right? So it's like I don't know. I feel like there are some times, and also like insecurities, or like when someone points them out, not even by like. Not even that they're trying to, but it's just like they point them out, like especially Hispanic. In my experience, Hispanic like older people, they're like oh, te pusiste más gorda, or te pusiste más flaca, or they comment on your body, and it's just so horrible. Like, it literally makes me want to, like, die every time they say anything, even if it's good or bad. Like, even if they think that they're saying something good and they're like, oh, te ves más flaca. It feels like, I don't know. I hate it. Like, yeah.
It's
So,
so weird, bro.
people commenting or like, saying things and stuff, it's really hard. I feel like insecurities come into play a lot when you don't want people to say something or have an opinion on your body as well. So
Right. I know it's always been a big thing with like teenagers having problems with their body because like you're just getting this new body and you're trying to figure out like what is this, like you're nobody's actually completely okay in their body. And I think like that's the thing is nobody is really sure of themselves. Even those that are more sure of themselves, they still are going to hate their body sometimes. Um, but I also wanted to go like to where we were, like how we were raised and how like people talked about like body positivity and things like that and like talked about the way you look. Cause like in my family, my mom, she's like very she's like very open about it, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it for real. But she's very like open and she's never like judgmental is the thing. So my mom like she is a little bit overweight and she's not like mad at herself about it or anything, but so she like recognizes it, and even when she tells me, she's like, Suede, if you keep eating cheeses every single day, you're gonna get fat and that's you're not gonna be healthy, you need to go to the climbing gym. I'm like, okay mom. And I don't because I suck. But she doesn't talk about it in like a negative way per se, but she's just saying, hey, you need to be eating healthier than you are because this isn't good for you, it's not good for your health, rather than, oh, you don't look like this.
I agree, dude. Having divorced parents with two different lives is crazy. Cause my mom, she lets me wear whatever the freak I want. Like, she was the one that I borrow her crop tops and whatever. Like, we share clothes. Like, she doesn't really think of anything like scandalous in quotation marks, like that. But my dad, I was talking to my family from my dad's side, and they were like, yeah, in Venezuela, if you wear shorts outside, you're asking for it, and that's why whatever. And I was like, what? Like, and then they're like, yeah, and here they don't realize that, and so here was the first time that you could wear shorts and whatever. But then they proceed to say so they shouldn't wear anything here. But then I'm like, so doesn't you feel so much safer here than over there? Just like you can stop it if you seen that it stopped here, then just stop it over there. But like, yeah, my dad is more like, I was wearing a skirt and my dad was like, don't wear that, don't wear, you're asking for it and whatever. And I was like, that's so weird. Like, I can't see it like that. Like, it's not like everything is covered, everything is good. So why should, like, what? That's so crazy. Like,
I feel like that topic, I feel like what you're talking about is more of the topic about what we were talking about last time, and modesty and like what you wear, not so much of your actual body.
yeah, bro, that got me so pissed, bro. I had to talk about it.
Okay, well, I was in my culture, at least the way I was raised, people are so judgmental, and people think that they definitely, I feel like here is much, much less. Like, when I've gotten here, like, people are so much more respectful of what you look like. Because in Colombia, I'm telling you, if they think that you're fat, they will let you know. Like, they will make it clear. They're like, ooh, like, and they will make this like little comments. They're like, oh, you've been eating a little too much, or like, oh, have you been exercising, or like things like that. They're necessarily telling you you're fat, but like, they mean you're fat. Like, and they will not hesitate. Like, they'll be like, oh, necesitas bajar de peso. You need to lose some weight or something. Like, and I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, okay, I get it. Like, why are you all up in my life and I don't even know you? And they think, I feel like over there is so much more judgmental and so much more open to that to that judgment, that you can just like tell people whether you think they're fat or not, which I don't think is okay. But
yeah, no, like, you want to go?
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing in Jamaica. Like, mainly people are skinny, and like, if you're like on the bigger side, they will tell you, and they would not hesitate to tell you. Like, all my life, I've been like compared to like skinny people. I'm like, dang. do I really gotta look like them? And like sometimes they don't even look fit. They don't not like fit like well fit. Like they look like they're starving. It's like I don't know. It's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, like even when they don't tell you straight up, you still know they're talking about it because I be at parties like Hispanic parties, and I know my parents. We come home and then we start teasing me like gossiping about these people and be like, "Did you see how much weight she gained? Did you see how like bad she looks? Oh my god, that like and we start like judging people's bodies. Like it's a really bad habit that we need to get rid of. Like honestly."
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Yeah, I think that is like a big thing is culture has a lot to do with it. And like the way you were raised and the way you have like your parents and those who like were around you talked about it influences a lot the way that you view your own self now. But basically we only have a few minutes left, so any final comments, anything we want to say?
Wait, I find it weird because in Venezuela, like the thing back to my stepmom, she said, "Oh yeah, if you're wearing shorts, you're asking for it." But you know how hot Venezuela is. Like Venezuela is hot, bro. Same thing with Cuba. Same thing with Colombia. Same thing, and even in Colombia.
What's the episode? What are you talking about? Sis?
Literally, girl, wrong episode.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad about it. I need to talk because that like got me like so shook. And
Oh my gosh, girl, we have 3 minutes. Can we please wrap it up for real?
Oh, fine. Oh, Jesus.
Any final comments having to do with this episode on the summer body?
Yeah, your bodies, your choice. I love you.
Please, I think that you know, you should feel well in your body, and let's say you don't like it, someone else will. Like just because you think that like nobody's gonna like you or that everybody's gonna think you look ugly, like that's not true. Like if that's the reason why you don't feel good with your body, don't worry about it because someone out there will find you attractive.
Mm-hmm. I think that's like a
No,
good thing
for
to
real,
do.
I find you attractive.
Oh, geez. Anyways, but I think that's like a good thing to do is like, even though if you don't think you're pretty, somebody out there, the girl down the street, she thinks you're gorgeous and she wants your body, which just to like look at yourself from the outside. No, she thinks you're pretty. Shut up. Just trying to be motivational here, Daniela. My goodness. Anyways. So basically, don't. You wanna say something? Jamil, what?
I think we all beautiful, and honestly, I love all of our bodies like in their each unique ways, except for Suede. But that's it. And I love.
Girl, we have the same body.
Oh, what were we gonna, Jamil? What were you gonna say, sis?
We do have the same body. I'm kidding, guys.
Okay, let Jamil speak.
I wasn't gonna say anything. That was all her.
Final thoughts.
It's very hypocritical for most Caribbean and South American countries when they're talking about weight and stuff. Like I don't understand what's specifically around those regions when there's other parts in the world where they will gladly accept you for who you are, and they even love the bigger sizes. So I'm just confused on how, and I'm intrigued on how a different place wherever you are from around the world, it like really changes your mindset about these things.
That's true.
Facts.
So.
Okay, guys, thank you for listening.
Oh my goodness, I was gonna have a little closing statement. So basically, love yourself, love your body. You are not your weight on the scale. Even if you don't love yourself and you don't think you are gorgeous, somebody out there thinks that you are the most gorgeous person alive. Okay, and they want to be you.
First, but yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so you are not what you look like, and if anything, personality is way better, yo. Like, actually, it's way better. But anyways, that was it. That's all for the episode. We're about to run out of time. So, thanks for watching, yo. Bye.
To the TGTT
Girls Table Talk.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Guys.